As the hare got close to where the sun ought to be, he heard the most terrible hullabaloo. And this is the reason why.
I was about 15 when the book Masquerade came out. I remember it gripped the nation. I used to stay up late at night to try and solve the puzzles in the book that would hopefully lead me to the treasure.
That treasure was a small bejewelled figure of a hare, made of gold by Mr. Williams himself and buried secretly, as treasure always should be, at dead of night somewhere in England. In any event, the news of its existence and the fact that it was up for grabs by the first person to unravel the hidden clues made Masquerade into an immediate international bestseller. One or two of the hunters even got close, but nobody got close enough until a few days ago when at last the golden hare was unearthed.
And then someone found the golden hare. I was really disappointed, but I still had the sense of accomplishment that I'd cracked most of the clues in the book.
Through my fourth, my fifth is seen to be the first in every pair. My sixth begins my seventh, the end of time and space. Now I put my parts together to see what's taking place.
Could you solve that clue? As you heard, book collector Anthony Arthur tried as a boy, but was unsuccessful in finding the golden hare. The book that launched a national treasure hunt? That would be Masquerade, by artist and author Kit Williams. I spoke online to Kit, who's notoriously reclusive. He emphasised to me, it's not all about finding treasure. It's about opening your eyes to what's in front of you. So if I opened my eyes and hunted round, would I be able to find treasure? It's about 6:20 on a cold and clear night in Surrey. I'm walking down a dimly lit suburban street looking for the Hare and Hounds, as tonight it's a monthly meetup of the geocachers of Middlesex. Hi there, is this a geocaching?
It is indeed. Hi,
I'm James.
James, hi, I'm Mr. 41. I've got a little name badge if you want to wear it.
Yeah.
That's you, isn't it?
That is me, yeah. Thank you very much.
I'm Goldpot, and I've been caching since 2005, and I have found 8,000 and so many caches after that, yes.
The username is Sarasdor, and we found about 4,137.
My caching name is Goldfinch 13. I've found 1,170 something.
Only the brave. I used to horse ride a lot, and I stopped horse riding in 2001. And I know I definitely came across some bizarre boxes with some green labels in saying, please leave me here because somebody's going to find me, which I found really hard to believe. But now I know that to be true.
And what was this box with the green sticker on waiting to be found? They would be caches. And the people who find them, well, they're called geocachers. But what is geocaching?
Geocaching is a worldwide outdoor treasure hunting game using GPS devices. Participants navigate to a specific set of GPS coordinates and then attempt to find the geocache container hidden at that location. These are called caches. They may be at your local park, at the end of a long hike, underwater, or on the side of a city street.
I'm trying to train my dog to find geocaches through nose work, scent work. And so we encourage him to find them with us and then praise them a lot. And then he realises where they are. More often than not, after we've placed the geocache and put it back, he will go back and fetch it and bring it to us about half a mile down the road.
The geocaching story that stands out with me is all the injuries I suffered finding caches. I twisted my ankle in the Czech Republic and ended up in plaster and was put on first class on the flight back, so that made it worthwhile.
I want to find some geocaches, ideally without any of the accidents. Luckily, globally award-winning geocacher and vlogger GeoPaul has agreed to show me the ropes. His online geocaching videos have nearly got 150,000 views.
Hi guys, GeoPaul here. I'm out today to find my 1,000th cache. I'm going to try and find it at the summit of Mount Snowdon. We are in Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. So yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. It's an extreme one. We've got to go down actually in the bunker that's there.
It looks like we've got pirates' treasure. Look at the size of that bad boy.
It's now a week after the geocaching pub meetup, and I'm finally on my way to meet with GeoPaul, and hopefully I'll be finding some geocaches today. So we've just arrived in the Biggin Hill. What kind of kit do we need?
I have a little geocaching bag. I have a handheld GPS that I will be using, a notepad because I haven't got one of the GPSs where you can download the coordinates. I've got all things like pens, which is one of the most important things when you go geocaching because you've got to sign the logbooks that are in there. Things to keep me warm and dry, Wellington boots, hat, gloves, that sort of stuff. Important this time of year.
Should we get going?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Let's go.
Cool. East 0319.
So you've got a piece of paper there with lots of numbers on and you're clicking away there.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now?
Putting in the coordinates of where we've got to go next, which gives us a route. It will give us, hopefully, the next geocache. We're heading to a slightly north location and the arrow's pointing down the footpath. So
let's get going.
That sounds good to me.
So where did you first discover geocaching and why did you get into it?
I came across a geocache being blown up in the USA. So yeah, I looked at that and didn't think much of it, to be honest. And then a couple of months later I came across it again and thought, oh, actually, I'll go try and find my first one. And I didn't have a decent phone, I didn't have a GPS at the time. And still to this day, quite surprised that I actually found it. It was one of those caches that was probably still one of the better caches I've ever found. It's like a fake rock.
So in front we've kind of got a trail through bushes. There's no footpath.
There's no footpath that way. The footpath goes straight ahead, but this one's going diagonal.
Should we go for it?
I think we should, yeah. Do you want to make the grab for this one?
See, this log is quite an old one. It's out of place. I'm getting on my knees now trying to stop the nettles, the thorns from going in my eyes. Good job I've got glasses on.
That's it.
And I've got it looks like some sort of maybe pop bottle that's been converted with a red lid on. I'll pass that back to you through there.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So we're taking the lid off and inside
we've got a logbook. The whole sole purpose of it is meant to be so that the geocache owner can check back through logs of who's found it. Anybody can go on geocaching.com, set up a free profile and say that they found caches in 7 different countries in one day. Anybody could do it. But this is a way of the cache owner actually being able to check that we actually have found it.
So we've taken the cache out, we've wrote in the logbook.
We did.
We've sealed it back up tightly so it doesn't get damp.
That's it. And I suppose I'm going to put this back now.
I'll let you go into the thorns.
Thank you very much. So put it down and move the log back over it. Looks okay where it is. I don't think any muggles or people who don't play geocaching probably wouldn't know what that is. So yeah, it's all good to go for the next cache to come find. Okay, so the coordinates are in the GPS for the last one, which is an unknown sized cache, so it could be anything, so should be an interesting one.
You have a YouTube channel, you have Facebook, Twitter. Why did you decide to start taking a camera out when you went geocaching?
I used to watch a lot of the geocaching videos and the rest of the geocaching vloggers on YouTube. There's American ones, there's Canadian ones. Yeah, I thought it was time to try something new. I just thought I'd give it a go, give it a whirl. I was still, to this day I suppose, a bit nervous about some of the stuff I put out.
So what is your motivation to get out of bed and come and find, Tupperware boxes in a field?
Yeah, it does make me wonder sometimes on a cold, wet Monday morning. There's a couple of factors. In the geocaching communities and geocachers, we like our challenges. So we set ourselves goals of what we want to achieve over a 2-year or 1-year period or a couple of months period. And the other thing is, as I just said about the content from my YouTube and social medias, I have to keep feeding that out and keeping people interested. Yeah, that's why we do it. And I also enjoy the fitness side of it. I do enjoy the walk. I've always been an outdoorsy sort of person ever since I was young, so this is ideal for me. 432 feet ahead.
Been looking for about 5 minutes, no luck finding the final geocache so far. A lot of spiky trees about. So we haven't found it, we've decided to carry on now. Yeah. What do you kind of feel when you don't find a geocache?
Frustration. Depends on how long I've actually looked. That was a 20-25 minute search probably. Comes with the nature of the game, I suppose, of you won't find them all, and it's just one of those things. You just got to kind of swallow your pride, and it's just part of the game.
So as I stand here in a muddy field on a winter's day, I can't help myself in thinking that from the people I've met, they're getting more out of geocaching than finding Tupperware treasure. They're hunting for a sense of achievement. for a sense of accomplishment and to be part of a community. So if you open your eyes, you might just find some treasure.